Yo, we about to be a bunch of catty little bitches. So let me tell
my
you.
drama probably not as my drama is more personal, just annoying.
Okay.
My gym opened up at 7, so I got there like just before 7. I got in there, first one on to the treadmill. We've got 2 rows of like 9 and like a row of 5. So I'm the first one on the treadmill, only one on the treadmill. Okay, sitting there. I'm like 5 minutes into going on the treadmill, and then this old lady comes up, and apparently I must have been on her treadmill because
I can't fucking stand old bitches like this. Okay.
She walks up and goes, the one right next to me. There's 20 other empty treadmills you can go on.
Every other treadmill.
Right.
See, on the alternate to that, Joey, I've seen your calves, man. Maybe she just wanted to take a gander at those gams, buddy.
I don't know. But she smelled like too much perfume, and she had already smoked a pack. And this is 7 o'clock in the morning. So like the bad perfume was covering up the already.
Was her face really leathery?
Yep.
And long hair?
Not very long, maybe shoulder length.
Was she super duper skinny?
Probably, I don't know.
Okay, because there was this lady I used to work with at Walmart that used to smell like a bucket of cologne poured over a pack of cigarettes.
But see, that describes any lady over the age of like 60. Not any, but a lot of them.
That's fair.
But like I said, my drama isn't really more personal. It's just annoying. Chuck, what is your drama from the gym?
Let me premise this entire story by starting with the fact that I'm pretty sure the dude might be a Nazi. I haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, great.
Okay. But he definitely reps the Los Diablos biker club with almost every piece of gym wear that he has. There was definitely some double thunderbolts hidden in the in one of the flames.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway,
safe?
What's that?
Did you punch him just to be safe?
No, this dude would fucking kill me. He is humongous.
Oh, okay. Hit him with a.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna need a weapon for sure because this dude's absolutely on roids. Listen, I'll punch a Nazi in the face, but I also have to like protect myself and my well-being. I ain't gonna do damage to this dude. He is fucking humongous.
Hit him with a plate. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to weapon it up.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm fucked. I've seen this dude yell. I've seen this dude yell at another guy outside the gym before, and I thought he was gonna kill the other dude. So, anyway, he had a girlfriend who was an absolute fucking 10 out of 10 smoke show. Absolute, just good God. Who also went to the gym. So very important that she had a neck tattoo and a sleeve. Okay. And unbelievably dark tan. I'm talking like 2 shades darker. All right. Everybody also, by the way, seems to love these two. They always thought they were great. They broke up.
Oh.
From what I could figure, and then she was never at the gym when he was at the gym. He definitely starts dating somebody else, okay? And slowly he has been transforming her into the old version of his girlfriend. This girl was fairly pale, never had tattoos. Now she has a chest piece, working on a neck piece, and she has a full sleeve. She's also at least 3 shades darker than what she started off with. And so, it's been super weird. Again, but everybody seems to love them. Everybody's supportive of them when they're not around, this, that, everything else. It's, super fucking weird, right? Anyway, they were all at the gym at the same time today. So I, of course, did the worst workout I ever had because I was just trying to watch this whole thing unfold. Because I'm like, all right, they're not acknowledging each other. They're not because they have very adamantly not been around each other at all. So it was just super fucking weird. And I didn't know how to manage it. I was almost late to this because I realized at one point it was 9:35, and I was like, "Oh shit! I still have to walk home." And I was gonna stop and get a big gulp, of course, because it is Memorial Day. Shouts out. So I had to get my big gulp for America. And yeah, man, it was really fucking weird. It was just really fucking weird in the drama. It was very high tension. There was also some rich bitch who was like complaining about something, but I had my noise canceling on, so I couldn't understand it. So I was watching that too. It's been a day. It's been a weird day.
It is fun to see the drama play out in the gym because you can tell.
Oh
You
yeah,
can tell when
Yeah.
there's something going on. And
yeah.
I've got a friend that he hasn't been in the gym in a bit, but similar situation where he had a girlfriend who they would go to the gym together a lot, and then they broke up, and now he actively avoids going to the gym when she's there, specifically so that it is not that. But there are times because she likes to go at a certain time, so he tries to avoid it. But he's like, I can't, like I have to go, so he goes, and they cross paths, but he tries to avoid her, and it's just funny to watch.
Yeah.
It's
Brothers, sisters, gender resistors, welcome to another episode. More importantly, welcome to Joey's birthday episode.
Yeah, happy birthday, Joey.
Thank you,
Happy birthday,
boys.
Joey. We have, this is, of course, is the Rundown Reviews. I, of course, am the man that did this introduction. I am joined by Ron, and I'm joined by Birthday Joe. We watched.
Not to be confused with Birthday Suit Joe.
That's true. We would, we'll get demonetized.
Oh.
Joey, don't do that.
We might not. It depends on how high he keeps the camera, I guess.
That's also true. Hey, we watched Clue
Clue,
from
1985.
Yep.
All right. So this is like Reagan era.
Yeah.
But this takes place in the 50s?
Yes, 1954,
Okay.
I believe.
54. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
During
also
the Red Scare and stuff, you know.
Yeah, which would make sense. Why there was a lot of jokes about
Communism is a red
communism.
herring. Yeah.
Yeah. That was very good. I very much appreciated that. So this is only the second time I've ever seen this movie.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen this movie so many times.
Same.
I love this
lot.
movie, but this is also one of Jessica's favorites. So we used to watch it all the time. And
This is probably the first movie I saw Tim Curry in. So, because you always have that question of like, what's the first movie?
I think
saw
Annie
Tim
was
Curry
the first thing I saw him in.
Okay. Yeah, this is probably the first one that I can recall. Like I've seen them in other things, but this is probably the first one that I actually remember seeing him in.
Yeah,
specifically. And
he's so fantastic in this movie.
Right. He's such a great actor.
Home Alone?
Yeah, he was
Home Alone 2, yeah.
Yeah, I think Home Alone is the first thing.
Muppet Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure Island. Love him in Muppet Treasure Island.
Yes. You can't even tell that he's not a Muppet.
Right. Because he acts like a Muppet.
Maybe that's no, I don't feel like I saw that actually, but I don't know. Yeah, I definitely want to say it was probably Home Alone.
Yeah. Yeah, because I honestly I probably watched all three of those around the same time. Because obviously I didn't watch this in '85. I didn't watch this in theaters.
When you were 2 years old?
I do remember my dad telling me about this movie specifically and how it did a thing and how it was didn't do well, how he liked it in theaters and how what happened with it.
How most people didn't like how what happened in theaters happened in theaters?
Well, are we?
Let's not talk about that yet.
Yeah, I'll say we're trying to do a thing here. I was trying to play around that, but I guess we're going to. Yeah, no, he had told me about this movie, and I'm like, oh, this sounds like a fun thing. Because I've always known about the game, obviously.
Yeah.
Like the game is a classic board game from like the early 1900s, late 1800s. I can't remember exactly, like 1912 or something like that. Pluto.
They do such a good job in this movie pulling in all of the different aspects of the game, though, because they have all the locations, they have all the weapons, they have all the players.
Specifically, yeah.
It was so well done, and I love that about it.
All right, let me ask you: have you ever played Clue, and have you played it correctly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The way you're supposed to play it, yeah.
Yeah, the actual way you're supposed to play it. So, fun fact: Clue is not a fun game when you play with a win-at-all-costs person who blatantly just cheats the entire time, but none of you know the rules. and they like right off the bat just look at who did it. They just like open the envelope like right away, and they're like, okay, and then put it back, and then they just played the game. I don't. I apparently they made up a rule in their brain that like if you roll a certain way, you're allowed to just look at the evidence folder.
Then you're out of the game. What are you
doing?
Yeah.
No, so I've only ever played Clue once, and I was like, this game's stupid.
Yeah, I don't blame you. No wonder you didn't. Okay.
No,
you definitely had a bad experience with this Clue.
Collectively, Clue altogether has never been a good experience for me. Okay. So, yeah, I only saw this once. I was 13 years old, and it was a summer camp or like a summer, not summer school, but it was like summer program where you got to like choose what you wanted to do. And I signed up because this was like, it was like a theater thing where they were like, we would watch Clue and then like reenact Clue.
I mean, this would be a good movie to do that with.
Yeah, except for it was all improv, and none of us knew improv. So what was the fucking point of doing this? Teach us improv first, so that we could do Clue. So we were just trying to like reenact, but nobody could remember the scenes. And I was Mr. Green, and I fucked it up from the start because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
So yeah, no, I've always had nothing but terrible experiences with the Clue. Yeah.
I watched it with Alfie last night, and she was talking about how one of her friends did a shadow play of it, where like they have the movie going on, and then they have the actors in front of it acting out the scenes as they were going. And I always thought that'd be pretty cool to see after she talked about it. Yeah, because that would be freaking awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I'd watch that. Shout out to Alfie.
Alfie, give me a shout out.
Oh, BT Dub. Shout out to Alfie, who triggered my PTSD college thing by posting something about champagne.
He was talking about that.
Yeah. I was like, floating out. I saw a post there. It was like breaking down like how champagne, like certain percentages of champagne and stuff like that. And I just went, oh my god, college is coming back to me. This is horrible. Yeah, she apparently didn't know that I was a culinary kid, so that was fun.
Great.
So off the bat in this movie, the dog poop on the shoe,
hilarious.
Yeah,
that is such a like a mellow joke, but it's so funny for the first 15 minutes of the movie. Every time somebody walks in, they're just like, and then they check their shoes.
Yeah, this does one of my favorite jokes of all time, which is committing to the bit that nobody sells, because the geniusness of this comedy is that nobody in the movie knows they're in a comedy. To them, this is a very serious situation. Yes. And that's what makes the level of comedy. This is a very Tim Curry like comedy too. Like that's how all of his comedy is that he does not, he is the straight man, I guess technically, but everything he does is
not, but no.
Right. But like but like he is like, I don't know, like everybody is the straight man because nobody knows they're in a comedy.
Yes, they are all very serious, despite the fact that they're not very serious, and they sling sarcasm like they're walking through a soup of it, because it is like everything that everybody says is just a little like quick quip or like you know. I that's one of my favorite things about this movie is that everybody is just like has these little like quips and like quick, you know, snarky remarks, and yeah.
It was very good. It was very well put together. I was very happy.
That's boobs, you know.
There was a lot of boobs.
I mean, yeah, those are just there.
Yeah. Shouts out.
So there was a scene where when we were watching it, I said to Alfie, I was like, is it just me or her boobs getting like pushed further and further like up as this is going on? I think it was from the time that they left when they were in there to the time they split up and searched the house. And like as she's going up the stairs, she keeps pushing her arms in further, and they just keep going up and up and up.
Because that scene, it's her and Mr. Green. They are like right next to each other, leaning back, going up against the stairs. Like they're both climbing the stairs against the wall, pushed up against each other. So yeah, it is going that way. Because neither one of them wanted to be behind the other, because they thought the other was the killer.
Well, they didn't want to be in front of the other one.
Well, that
they
didn't
want the other person behind them.
Whatever, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good jokes. I thoroughly enjoy there was, of course, communism is a red herring joke constantly
Yes.
coming up,
Yeah.
which is funny. The humor behind that is because those happen in different timelines. So the fact that that joke kept coming up was very, very good. Right. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Stick to the bit.
But the reason why I bring up Yvette's boobs is because as soon as Mrs. Peacock gets into the room, she just straight up stares right down at them and then takes her drink.
She does like a double take. Yeah.
Mustard does it. Plum does it. The only person that doesn't do it is Miss White, which I thought was really good foreshadowing, because she just stares her right in the face and is like angry,
very stoic. Yeah.
Yes.
But every other person, just as soon as they meet her, they're just staring down at her cleavage, and that's a good joke for me.
Yeah, you keep bringing up the communism as a red herring thing. One thing I didn't remember or didn't think about was the part where I think it was Wadsworth, maybe. He says that he had friends who were socialists.
Yeah, his wife did. His wife had friends who were
socialists. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Didn't hear the last couple times I had watched this movie. So like that was another, shocking thing, if you will. But that's also another, fun little joke.
Yeah.
Because it's not really all that bad. Yeah.
Professor Plum, when he picks up Miss Scarlet from the side of the road,
mm-hmm.
I forgot how much of a perv they made Christopher Lloyd's character in this.
You're right.
Like every time he's next to any woman, he's like trying to like put his hands on some part of them. But then when they're driving up to the house and she's like, "Why is the car stopped?" It's frightened. There's so many good little jokes in this, and
it's a lot of good because the thunder like goes off and everything, and it's very.
Or good. When Mr. Green is coming into the house and the dogs are like barking and making noise, and he's like, and Tim Curry's like, "Sit," and then Mr. Green sits down on the bench. He's like, "Oh no, not you, the dogs."
Yes. Very silly jokes. Very good silly jokes. There was one joke that I can't remember there was two that really got me. That I think both pertain to Colonel Mustard, but I can't remember the first one. But the second one that got me was Tim Curry reveals that he's working on the fusion bomb or something like that, and he just goes, "How do you know that?" He goes, "Can you keep a secret?" He's like, "Of course, yes. I can too." Like I just like little, I was like, like the stupid little witty jokes that they pull on this is very, very good.
Or when Mrs. White is talking about her ex-husbands, and they talk about the first one dying, and Tim Curry's character Wadsworth is like, "But that's not the first husband you've lost, was it? And your first husband disappeared under mysterious circumstances." And she's he was an illusionist, and he never reappeared. Well, he wasn't a very good illusionist.
Yeah, that was a very good one too.
Or when she's talking about how her most recent husband had passed, and she was like, he had his head cut off and his, and then every man in the room crosses his leg.
Yes.
Like, just such like
it's very subtle jokes that land. Every single one lands. It's a lot better than what was the one movie where every joke didn't land that we had just watched?
Inspector Gadget?
No.
Toxic Avenger?
Toxic.
Yeah.
Well, their jokes didn't land, and they beat dead horses out of their jokes for that movie. So.
Right. Yeah.
But that was came in 2000. This was in 1985. Like, how is it that?
Oh, this one was written by people that actually had.
Were actually competent.
Like it was written by good people, and also it was written by people who could deliver the joke correctly.
Right.
Yes, and the actors actually could act.
That's the mark of a good actor. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, like they knew what they were doing. They did really well. I almost want to say that this style of comedy is kind of lost now. Anymore. I don't think you could make a movie like this and it would land as well.
The closest thing we've had recently to comedy like this would be like Shaun of the Dead.
For a movie. because I know you can get some of the stuff on some like YouTube clips or some like TikToks.
Sure,
but those are like quick instant gratification.
Yeah,
like you can't get, because like I'm thinking of Curry Barker, the director of Obsidian, specifically him, because I know he's got a
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, you're saying a lot of stuff that's not in the Bible, buddy.
He's got a page, TikTok, Instagram, him and his friend. And I know if I would show you his picture, you guys would recognize him immediately because you've probably seen the video. I'm sure it's been shared in the Instagram group chat. They do a bunch of funny bits. Like one in particular is he's at a restaurant and he gives a negative tip. And the guy's like, you can't give a negative tip. It's like, well, I did. And then the guy's boss like, well, why did you let him give you a negative tip? He's like, well, yeah, he said I can give him any tip. I gave him a negative tip. I can't afford to give him a tip. Like, it's just funny tips like that, funny things like that. Like, it's just quick 5-6 minute skits. Those things hit. But to do a full length comedy movie, you're right. Like Edgar Wright can pull it off, Simon Pegg, stuff like that. It's hard to do it in today's landscape anymore because people want the quick.
Exactly. People don't want the subtlety. They want it out in their face now. Well, right. I say people, but honestly, it's just because they don't want to put the effort into.
They can't pay attention. They need to. Their attention span is so like not there anymore.
I would argue.
I blame things like Inspector Gadget 2 for that.
Yeah, super fair. I would say maybe the closest version of that we get now is like, so I think you should leave. Like that guy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
The dude that's always yelling.
Yes.
Tim Robinson.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to say Tom McDonald, but I
can't stand that dude though because he's always yelling and I hate his voice and I hate his face. He's also one of the 5.
That's part of his comedy.
Yeah, and Alfie agrees with me. She just said yes. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, all right.
But back to this movie. So
I don't have very many notes on this thing.
I have a whole lot of notes because
I enjoyed it.
When they're talking about like he's like the reason why he's been blackmailing you is because he feels like all of you have done something very un-American. And they're like, well, what's he going to do? Like, turn us into the cops? He's like, oh, no, he's going to continue blackmailing you because what's more American than making a little bit of money off of it,
Right.
And I'm like, oh, wait, isn't that like what our president's doing right now where he's giving money to the people that try to have an insurrection for our country? And
well, that's not blackmail. That's just.
No, he's absolutely taking our money. And
he's taking our money. Yeah, but that's not blackmail. That's just extortion.
Fair enough. And the continual Tim Curry explaining things, then he'd be like, to make a long story short, and then they're like, too late. That popping up is so great. Or Colonel Mustard. So after the cook gets stabbed and they run in there, and Miss Scarlet goes to like take the knife out of her, and he goes, no, don't touch it, as he wraps his whole hand around the hilt of the knife.
I thought somebody else said don't touch it.
No, he did.
Okay.
Because he walked up, because she was getting ready to grab it. And he says, don't touch it. And he puts his hand out like this and then takes his other hand and grabs the dagger while he's saying, don't touch it.
Okay. I could have sworn somebody, I thought like Peacock said, don't touch it. Or somebody else.
No, I think it was him. Yeah.
Okay. But no, yeah, somebody did say don't touch it, but he did grab it. And I was like, well, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
There was some interesting things like going back and rewatching it where the ending, it does. Okay. Anyway, keep going. Never mind. I'll talk about it at the end.
Okay. Here's the thing. We're trying to play it off. I don't want to play it off anymore. Fuck that shit. Like,
obviously, Mrs. Peacock did it.
Okay.
I mean,
sure,
that's.
You think Miss Peacock did it? No. It was Scarlet. Scarlet did it. That's the ending I saw.
I saw Wadsworth doing it.
No.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They explained the whole thing. It was Scarlet.
No, it's Wadsworth.
No, my movie ends and it's just Scarlet.
The cook was Mrs. Peacock's cook, and that's why she stabbed her. And then she got rid of Yvette because Yvette knew about her husband's secrets. And then,
no, it was Scarlet because she was going to extort everybody for government information.
So technically, everybody killed everybody else, but Wadsworth was the mastermind. Wadsworth was actually Mr. Body.
No, Mr. Body got killed.
Yeah,
twice.
Mr. Body got killed twice.
No, that was actually the butler.
Did we watch the same movie? What are you talking about?
Oh, this is so weird. I don't know how we all got different endings to this movie.
Okay, very legitimately, if this happened when this movie came out, I would have been fucking pissed.
So, and that's the thing. You aren't the only one. Apparently, they had done that. They'd filmed the 3 endings. Had you, and this is the famous thing. This is what my dad was telling me about. Mm-hmm. They had 3 different endings depending on where you were, like the different regions of America. They had different. They put out different endings. They wanted people to go see the different endings in theater. It backfired. And people were like, I don't want to go and spend another $3.50 to go see a movie or $5.
I just like to take a pause and be like, fuck you, 1980s, and all you fucking adults there that were paying $3 for a movie ticket and acting like that was a whole lot of money for a matinee, and acting like that was a whole lot of money when our tickets are like $17 now for a basic.
For matinee? Yeah. Because but
you gotta put it in the inflation calculator. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you put it in the inflation calculator, we would have been paying like $9 back then.
Yeah. So apparently that backfired. It actually made there was a $15 million budget. Yeah, $15 million budget. Box office was $14.6 million.
Damn.
So they didn't even make their money back. And the funny thing is, though, once this thing got to VHS, they put all 3 endings together, released it, got a cult following. Like, this movie is glorious. This movie is awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic. There's just so many, like I said, so many little things. Like when Mrs. Peacock asks Yvette if she can show her the bathroom, and she's like, oui, madame. And she's like, no, I just have to powder my nose.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, so now that we're talking about the endings, if you actually pay attention, the endings, while they're all fun, some of them don't make sense. So like with Mrs. Peacock's, you could say that she may have actually killed everybody, but in reality, she really couldn't have. Like if she had turned off the electricity, yeah. If she had turned off the electricity and gone down to go kill Yvette, and then somehow screamed, but then gone to kill Yvette, and then gone back up to get to her room before the power came back on, like it becomes problematic. That's just in her own ending. In the other ending, when everybody's killing everybody else, people would have crossed paths, getting back to where they were supposed to be. But
it was in the dark, so it was okay.
It's still, here's the thing, it's still fun. That's not deterring it for me. I still have a good old time watching this. It's one of those things where you kind of have to suspend your disbelief here to have a good time with this movie.
Yeah, I think the Miss Peacock one makes the least sense.
Correct.
The Scarlet one, I think, is actually pretty interesting.
The Scarlet one works out really well because they were genius when they put hers together. Having her, because obviously she already knew about all of them. And she makes little subtle hints about it all throughout the movie.
So I have another thing to say about that, but continue.
But it would make sense for her to kill off all the informants because she already had all the information that she needed. The only thing that didn't make sense was when all the evidence got burned.
Yeah, he just reached into that fire like it was nothing and pulled out paper. That was clearly not burnt. So I thought that was him actually almost planting the evidence or something, or he had it the whole time. What's his name? Wadsworth
Wad with a D.
Wadsworth. He's
Cogsworth from Fallout 4.
Right. Wadsworth like reaches into the fire that's still clearly burning, and there just happens to still be like evidence of paper like in there.
Well, okay, but the way that the person threw the paper in there, there probably were some of them that they were on the edge, and sometimes when you burn a piece of paper, like it'll like not get the whole piece of paper before it goes out.
Also, it's very obvious that like he kind of was behind all of it, because so he takes the weapons that are left, puts them in a cabinet. We see him lock the cabinet. Then the guy whose car broke down,
the motorist
shows up. Right, the motorist shows up. He goes, locks, because he's going to throw the key so nobody else can get the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But he opens it. The motorist is there. He goes and locks him in the study?
The library, I think.
Lounge.
The lounge.
Yeah, the cop was in the library.
Yeah.
Locks him in the lounge. He locks him in there. And they're like, go throw the key. And he obviously throws the lounge key because he can't open the door. So he never threw the weapons key to the cabinet.
True.
He threw the lounge key.
He does say later on, though, that somebody switched keys in his pocket. So
Mustard switches keys in his pocket.
In ending C, yes.
Yeah.
In the last one, which is like how it actually happened.
What they said, yeah.
Yeah.
So, two things. Allegedly, they actually were planning on filming an ending where everybody was the killer, like each one separately. But that would have made the movie like 2.5 hours long, and then 85, that was too much.
Yeah.
Now we pray for a 2.5 hour movie.
I mean, nowadays, like I would for a movie like Clue, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
But obviously in 85, that's too much. But apparently there was a fourth ending intended. So, and they actually have some. Here's what they actually had written down here. There was a fourth ending shot, but subsequently dropped from the film due to the fact that director Lin did not like or approve of it. Shots of this ending are included in the movie storybook. It had Wadsworth as the solo killer of the bunch, explaining that he had killed everyone out of the need for perfection in the world, that all of life's consistencies were not good enough, and further tells the 6 victims that he has poisoned the champagne he served, and unless they find an antidote in 3 hours, they'll die. Police show up soon enough and trap Wadsworth, but not for long. He gets away from the chief and leaves, locking all the people in the mansion. But as he steals a police car, he notices a smell, the dog dropping smell from the beginning of the film, and realizes the Doberman from earlier is now in the police car, and it lunges for him. The police car crashes and Wadsworth is dead. This implies that the others got out okay now that the windows were not guarded by the Doberman any longer.
That's really dumb, and I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked that one.
But speaking of cars, so when they go to the when the cop is showing up and they go to the motorist's car that's on the that's like abandoned, how did he end up with the whole front of his car off of the ground up on the curb like that?
Well, that's why he came to the mansion to get help.
But how, like, it was so stupid. Like, how do you get your car stuck like that? How do you just drive so hard up something that half of your car is laying off the front of it?
I've seen it. Joey's done it at a comic book shop, to be fair.
I mean, I didn't go over the cliff. I ran right into it. But yes, he's not wrong.
I'm just saying, if he gassed it a little bit more, he probably would have.
I think you're not wrong. I may have shoved that engine into my crotch.
Mm-hmm.
But poor engine would have broken. But when the cop comes in and he's like, "Why is J. Edgar Hoover on your phone?" And he's like, "Why not? He's on everybody else's."
Oh my god, that was one of the best fucking jokes of this whole movie.
Like they just keep dropping them. Like, or after Wadsworth is on the phone and he comes out and the cop's like, "I've seen everything," and he's like,
"It's a free country."
Yeah, and he's like, "I didn't realize it was that free." Yeah,
all the dead bodies, and they're not dead. playing dead. Although when the cop walks in and Mrs. White's, I believe, is making out with Mr. Body's body.
Oh yeah,
and you can see the blood right there. It's like, okay, I know supposed to be look like they're making out, but come on, dude, pay a little bit more attention. I know you're off duty right now, but come on.
He had a hat on.
Well, and we find out later
that
on
was the motorist.
Yeah,
Mr. Body.
No, Mr. Body also had a hat on.
No, he didn't.
Not for.
Yeah, he absolutely had a hat on his head.
No,
I don't recall
when he was making out with Miss White. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that he had a hat on. It was Professor Plum's hat. Go back and rewatch it. I'm telling you. I'm like 99% sure that he has a hat on in that.
I'm pulling it up on my Fandango at home right now.
But also, we find out that the cop was also a dirty cop, anyways, because 1312, and
Yeah, he was working for Scarlet.
He was working for Miss Scarlet. Paid him off. The one characters that obviously is, I guess, in on it, but I also was just kind of confused. Was Mr. Green? Was he only there because he was gay?
So no, he according to the actual ending, he was an FBI plug. They had made him. Yes, he was.
I thought you called him a plant.
Yeah, he was being blackmailed because he was gay. Because back in the 50s, if you were gay, you could lose your job, your career, and everything. But that was just a backstory for him to get blackmailed, so he could get inside of the thing, so that he could break up the blackmailing ring and get Mr. Body. Because at the end of it, he's like, "All right, I'm going to go home to my wife.
I'm going to go have sex with my wife."
Yeah.
But I guess I was just confused because that's only revealed in the third part of the movie.
Correct, but he also, if you notice, he has nothing to do with anything else going on. There was never.
I know that's what. I guess that's why
he kept saying, "I'm innocent" the entire time.
Right. I guess that's why I was confused. Like with Scarlett's story, he's the only one that's not linked to anybody. He's got a hat on.
No, that's
he doesn't. He doesn't have a hat on. That's the lamp behind him. Yep. You can actually see the blood right there on the edge.
I swear he had a hat
on. So anyway, like. When Yvette dies and she gets choked out in the thing, right? And they walk in there, they don't even they're not even shocked anymore. They're all just
by the end of it, because they start seeing him, they see the motorist, they see the cop.
But every time they handled a dead body up to that point, they would drop it on the floor.
Oh, the cook.
Like they did it with the cook. They did it with Mr. Body the second time. They did it with was it the motorist? I think they did it with. Where they had picked him up and just dropped him back on the floor. But when you look at
the motorist was killed, that's when the cop shows up, and then they have to start.
That's right.
They prop him up.
But those were the actual actors that they were dropping on the floor.
Yeah.
Like those weren't dummies. Those weren't anything. Those were the actual actors they just kept dropping.
Yeah, well,
And I thought that was really funny. That made me laugh.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Paycheck's a paycheck, Ron. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's fair.
1 + 2 + 2 +
It's
1.
1 + 1 + 2 + 1. That's what it was. It was 1 + 1 + 2 + 1 because it was 1 in the study. It was 1 in the chandelier, 2 in the door, and then 1 for the singing telegram.
Yeah.
But
so was it still 6?
No, it's only 5. It was always only 5.
Okay. All right.
But if you look at the gun when she's holding it,
it's got like 2 or 3
rounds in it.
Yeah,
it's every chamber is still full because you can see the tips of the bullets in the revolver. But I thought it was hilarious because no matter how, even when he was adding them up and he was like 1 + 2 + 1 + 1, and then she was like, no, it's 1 + 2 + 1 + 1. They were still only adding up to 5.
Yeah.
No matter which way they did it. And it's
either
such
way
a great joke. Or when Wadsworth is telling his story and he's like, and you were here, and I know because I was here, and the way that he tells the whole like of everything that happened, and he is so animate and just like running around and hitting everybody else or pushing them down or throwing them out of the way or all that stuff.
That was supposed to be another subtle hint that he was the killer because he knew how everybody died and how everybody was being killed off.
But when he throws Mr. Green into the bathroom and then like shuts the door and then Mr. Green comes out and flush the toilet and dry his hands off, that was also pretty funny.
Again, little subtle hints, little subtle jokes all throughout the movie. Great.
And that, I think that's honestly what makes this movie such a fun thing for me, and like I like it so much, is just because it's all about those little jokes that make the whole thing, because it feels like real people. Like that's what it is that like none of them are like strictly in the role of this is what I am. It's like this is what I'm doing, but also I'm going to make jokes at your expense because that's what humans do. Yeah, and it's just it's a lot of fun.
Flames,
yeah,
on the side of my face. Apparently, she ad-libbed that.
It sounded ad-libbed.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's great.
Allegedly,
Carrie Fisher was supposed to be Yvette, and she like the role was hers. She was like 2 or 3 days away from starting filming, but she. Oh no, I'm sorry, not that. Miss Scarlet. But then she had to go into rehab, and then ended up in rehab for drug addiction, and they were going to let her go. How does it say here? She ended up in rehab for drug addiction 4 days before filming started. Fisher called Lynn and agreed to work for Lorne, which received approval from her client, the clinic, and producers, but was vetoed by the production insurance company, forcing Lynn to dismiss her from the project. So Leslie Ann Warren was cast as the last minute.
But you know what? She does a hell of a job playing that role, because like anytime that she is moving or standing, like she's just exuding like sexuality the whole time.
She did a good job.
Like she did a fantastic job.
I loved it in C when Wadsworth is explaining everything, and she's like, how does she say it? She's like, Miss Scarlet did this, and she's like, I did. How did you know? She's just like going with the bit. She's on Team Wadsworth at that point.
Yeah, but straight up, like every time she walks, every time she moves, when she's standing there with a gun, when she's the killer at the end of it, she keeps shifting her hips just slightly every time something happens. Like everything.
Profession.
Yeah, I'd say everything that she did was just like oozing sexuality, and it was so well done that like I don't think Carrie Fisher would have done a better job in the role, to be honest with you.
She would have been fine, but especially in the 80s, Carrie Fisher, like this is post Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would have been okay, but like seeing Princess Leia here, I don't think would have translated well. Like it would have been a draw definitely for like the nerds, but you're also getting Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show. You're getting Christopher.
It would have been the same year
from Taxi.
Yeah, I'd say it would have been the same year as Back to the Future. So
yeah, so like Taxi was, 82, I think is when that was out. I'm trying to think. Madeline Kahn was
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, that was early 80s, wasn't it?
That was 78, I think, or something like that.
Was Young Frankenstein
80? I think that was
Frankenstein.
She was in Young Frankenstein. Yeah, she was his fiance.
Right. So like you've got a few different.
Holy shit! Young Frankenstein came out in 74.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Shit, I thought that was the 80s. Fuck.
And Blazing Saddles was also in 74.
Yeah. Just watched that on the TV the other day. That was fun.
Which one, Blazing Saddles or
Blazing Saddles?
That's not appropriate.
I bet you that gets a bunch of redactions and bleeps and
a lot of
They dropped the N-word a lot in that movie.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was actually my last note.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't have a lot of notes because I was just watching the movie and.
Oh, I mean, I had a full page of notes.
So,
and I also made sure I counted the bullets as they were being shot, so I could get the right order they happened in.
So wait, who plays Miss Scarlet actually?
Leslie Ann Warren.
Who is she?
Miss Scarlet.
Yes.
No, I know, but like
she. Here I'm pulling her up.
I thought it was Meryl Streep at first, so I was a little confused.
I always confused her with Sigourney Weaver for the longest time.
Yeah, or Sigourney Weaver, like Meryl Streep. I didn't realize that she. I kind of I thought she was I thought she was Sigourney Weaver.
I mean, to a little kid, they do look very similar because
like
the hairstyle is the same, and the facial. Yeah,
and that's when I was younger. That's why I always compare their two.
Except for the fact that Sigourney Weaver's like 5'11" or something.
I thought she was close to 6 foot. Well, I guess 5'11" is 6. Sorry. I thought my birthday. Shut up. I'm allowed to be dumb.
He's gone senile.
That's what I get for turning 43.
Got him.
Like I'm looking at her IMDb here, and I'm not seeing anything that really sticks out.
This is the only thing she really did.
I'm sure, there's again nothing that sticks out to me. Looks like she was in a bunch of TV stuff, but
yeah, she looks like Sigourney Weaver, I guess. Interesting. Okay.
It's a bird. It's playing a Superman TV movie. What?
I'm sorry.
She was Lois Lane. She was Lois Lane in It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman. It's a 1975 TV movie.
She was in Richie Rich's Christmas from 1998.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
We did. Oh, so wait, we have a Christmas movie? Okay.
Ah, damn it! Why did I say that?
Yeah, why do you say shit out loud, Ron? What the fuck?
I need December movies. I need Christmas.
She was in a movie called Portrait of a Showgirl in 1982. I wonder if we get to see Iraq in that.
Iraq? Maybe. Did we destroy that? Anyway,
technically, yes, we did because we're paying for it. But Yeah. No, I don't see anything in here that I've ever.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how she got the role, but
she did a hell of a job with this.
She did a great job. Yeah,
she got.
Yeah, it's true. She didn't get more out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because
maybe Sigourney Weaver blacklisted her for looking too much like her.
Yeah, because I say at least the rest of the cast, I'm not gonna say did stuff, but I recognize them elsewhere. Anyway, so our kill counts. So I guess if we do the whole movie with all endings, 7. If we just did each individual ending, it would be 6 with A, 6 with B, 7 with C.
Interesting.
I don't know how that works.
Does Wadsworth actually die?
Yes.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, they shoot him and kill him.
I knew he shot him, but I didn't know that he actually died. I thought he was just sitting
because
there.
Green says I'm the one that killed Mr. Body in the hallway with.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that part. That's fair. At least the limb count.
He did the clue thing, and then no limbs. So
yeah. We didn't have much for a bingo either this time around. We had government interference, sexual innuendo, misogyny, and fight for control of something, because they fought for the gun for 30 seconds in the Mrs. Scarlet ending.
I'd let that. Yeah, I'd count that.
Yeah.
That's good.
What's our Matrix metrics on this? I mean, it was all practical, but
yeah, it's all practical.
Other
and
than
it looks
the lightning.
Good. Well, yeah, that's true. It definitely has a vibe and a feel of an 80s movie. I don't know, 1 out of half a gajillion. I think this still holds up. I think this still looks good. It's an interesting period piece that still looks like the time at which it was supposed to be taking place in. So it's very good.
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job.
And you know what? It does a really good job of capturing the vibe of the game.
Yes.
It felt like I was looking at the game board the entire time.
They made the house, the props, I guess they set up specifically like the game board. Like each room was set where the game
where it was
board
supposed to be on the board.
And so like the actual secret passages.
I will say this house looked
rooms.
really fucking familiar. Like I've seen it get used in other things, but I
like the outside of the house.
No, not the outside. Like the actual inside of the house, like where the lobby was to everything else looked super familiar. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking that in my brain. But it looked super familiar.
That's fair.
No.
My initial thought was Big Bad Beetleborgs, but I don't think it was.
Not quite, but
no. Maybe certain parts of it. I don't know.
I mean, it could have been reused if you think about it, because that would have only been like 10 years after this. We're giving it enough time to get.
It would have absolutely made sense that anything Saban put out was using the shit that they found just laying around, essentially.
Yeah,
did with Super Troopers. No, Starship Troopers. God damn it, Starship Troopers. Yep. They used it for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Fucking dyslexic brain.
So, not a Muppet. I went with Wadsworth.
Yes,
because, I mean, Tim Curry acting with Muppets is just a natural thing because he's basically a Muppet himself.
That's true.
And seeing him running around all the Muppets and throwing Muppets around it's just great. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
So that brings us to the scores. Chuck, out of 10, what do you give this? Second time watching this.
Second time ever watching this. Look, I had a much more fun time with this. I woke up early this morning. I just kind of put it on. I thought I was going to fall back asleep. I didn't. I was able to stay awake. This is an easy hour and 36-minute watch.
Yes.
It flies by. I couldn't believe how fast this movie felt. I was paying attention the whole time, which is really good too. When I look at the Janero continuum, there is a level within that continuum that I think this movie finally hits. And that is, it was kind of already been brought up, but the Rocky Horror Picture Show level of commitment, I could absolutely see going to not only putting this on and making fun of it with my friends and just enjoying it and laughing at all the jokes, but if this was getting played, we're dressing up and we're going to it and we're going to be like, wow, watch out, you dummy. Levels of interacting with the movie, because this movie is perfect for it. You know what I mean?
You're doing Stab in the Scream movies.
Yeah, exactly. We are doing an interactive experience with this. Yep. So I think this is pretty much in the 9s for the Janero continuum of I absolutely am making fun of this and putting it on with my friends. That being said, it's a really fun movie. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on ever again with somebody else, without watching it with somebody else. I'm not gonna sit down and just want to watch Clue ever again.
Sure.
But I had a good time with it, and it's silly, and it's Tim Curry, and not Sigourney Weaver was awesome. I'm gonna say a 7.667. I had a lot of fun with this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just happy you had a better time with this than you did.
Yeah. Watching this in the context of an adult is way more fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But it's interesting because this is essentially a kid's game. Yeah. I always consider Clue more of a kid's game than an adult game.
See,
but this is not a kid's movie.
No, not at all. Well, that's because Clue isn't necessarily a kid's game. It's a
family game,
strategy game type of deal.
It's a murder mystery game.
Yeah,
it's more of a teenage kids.
Yeah,
it's a party game. Really.
I only played Clue once as a kid, and we didn't know what we were doing, and I just thought the little weapons were really cool because they had all the little the rope and the wrench and the knife and stuff. But playing it as an adult, it was a whole lot of fun because when you're hey, it was this person with this and this, and then the other people are like, nope, definitely wasn't that, and you're like, okay, so it can't be this, it can't be this. All right, cool. And you watch, if you watch other people when you say something and you watch them mark it off their cards also, then like it's like,
Where you
oh,
pay
okay,
attention, yeah.
And I love games where you have to pay attention to what's going on. That's like a real big thing for me.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I love this movie. This is probably like a top 10 contender for movies for me. It's the humor is like my kind of humor, and like the ridiculousness of just what's going on and what's happening. And it's fun. It's always been a fun movie. Like every time I've watched it, I've always had a good time watching it. Watching it with people or watching it by yourself, it doesn't really matter. And getting into like the real like breakdowns of the characters and just like the little subtle jokes, the subtle hints, like it's fun. When you think about their names and stuff, like Miss Scarlet, the Scarlet Letter, because that kind of thing. It's very fun how many levels of like actual intelligent joke making and like stuff like that they have into it, along with the stupid things that are continually going on, like the dog poop thing. It's funny. I gave this a 9.371. I had a great time watching it, and despite the fact that I was dog tired last night, I can stay awake watching it. I've seen this movie so many times that I still, every time I watch it, I'm still paying attention and watching it because it's that much fun. I don't know. Joey?
Yeah, this movie is a blast for me. I love this movie so much. One thing I did forget to mention is I think last year there were rumors of a remake being made. If your listeners, you wanted to go and check the archives of A Walk Through the Multiverse, myself and Emily, we did a fun little casting thing, just a possibility of who we thought could maybe pull off a good, cast for a remake. I don't know which episode it is, but it's back there somewhere. Yeah, it's like last year, like I said, sometime. But no, so this is a movie that, for its time, was a blast. I don't think when it came out, I don't think they realized what they had.
So here's the thing: they weren't smart enough to understand it back then.
They didn't and I don't think they marketed it well. It's the whole, hey, there's 3 endings, and you have to go back 3 times to see it. While that is good, while it's a fun movie, while it's a fun idea for us nowadays, and it would work on a streaming aspect to a point. Back then, people not wanting to go to the theater multiple times, while I could see it, I'm also a person who loves going to a theater. So I would have no problem going to see it 3 different times.
Realistically, what they should have done was they should have had the Peacock ending, had a little bit of credits, and then been like, or did it happen like this? And then had the Scarlet ending, and then had a little bit more of the credits, and then been like, but it actually happened like this.
Basically, the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff where they had 5 endings. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, haven't you?
I've seen it, yeah.
I didn't have 5 endings.
I didn't know that.
Did you not watch the credits?
Yes. I don't think I saw that one in theaters though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't remember. I definitely watched the end of it, and I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, they had the ending, and then they had credits, and then they had another ending, and then they had credits, and another ending, and credits, and then another ending.
I just remember it. I just assumed they were all just like end credit scenes that didn't.
What happens in Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
That's when he meets his dad, who's a god or whatever.
Yeah.
The planet.
Yeah, Ego with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Not Russell Crowe.
No.
I confuse those two a lot.
Right.
Yeah, you do. Anyways, Joe.
Anyway, so like I said, I love this movie. I've watched this movie numerous amount of times. I have no problem sitting down, put this movie on. I mean, I don't know the last time I watched it, but I thought it's also one of those where I could quote it from time to time. I mean, when I could quote it while I'm watching it. I can't quote it just verbatim. Certain parts. I mean, there are definitely some stuff that I can, but not all the time. Great movie. Really like it. I gave it a 9.243, which gives us a combined score of 8.76. It was 8.760, but as I throw off the 0, which ties it at number 5 out of 204 movies. Ties it with Back to the Future, the first one. So another Christopher Lloyd movie. Just behind Mystery Man at an 8.77, and just above Terminator 2 Judgment Day at an 8.74.
It's a pretty good spot for it, I think.
Yeah, top
I
5.
think so too. Yeah.
Good watch.
Yeah. I love how our top 5 and bottom 5 have shifted in the past 2 weeks. we went from such deep ends of the spectrum this weekend that like it's mind-boggling.
And what you don't know is that there's actually 3 different endings to this episode. So let's find out which one you get. Check it out, right? You can go ahead. Listen, I'm gonna plug it up. Boys. Here we go. Ready? Every fucking Monday and Thursday, Joey does a little show we like to call Kamen Rider Chronicles, where he's reviewing Kamen Rider Zets, Kamen Rider Ichigo. He's telling you exactly what happens in every episode, so you can be as cool as everybody else who loves Kamen Rider, because Kamen Rider is cool, but you don't have to watch the episodes because the episodes aren't dubbed, which means you have to pay attention. And who has the attention span for that? We've already established that doesn't work anymore. So you go ahead every Monday and Thursday. Joey's watching that. And of course, if you want to check out the comic book rundown, all the archived episodes, hey, there's nothing worse than trying to hunt them all down. Joey's going bag, board, and paper trading every episode, putting them all together so you can get one good collection all put in. So check that out. That's every other Saturday, a little thing he likes to call Rundown Comic Book Rewind. Of course, you're listening to Rundown Reviews, which is on its own feed. If you want to just listen to this, you can head over there. And most importantly, the last Sunday of every month, unless Joey decides he wants to put it out whenever he feels like wanting to put it out, because he has oatmeal brain.
Yep. A
little show that Joey and I like to call Getting Franchised the Latest and Greatest in Movie. I had to take a breath there.
I thought you forgot what it was called.
No. I had to take a breath because I ran out of oxygen. I was turning into Joey for a second. Of course, Getting Franchised the Latest, Greatest in Media Franchises, where you can listen to us talk about my favorite documentary of all time, and also a follow-up to that documentary, King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters, which follows the story of Steve Wiebe versus Billy Mitchell trying to get the highest score in Donkey Kong, and drama and competition ensues. It is one of my favorite documentaries of all time. I'm hoping Ron has watched it by now, but if not, Ron, you guys got time today. You and Elfie watch it today. It is a solid movie.
It's really good.
And then the follow-up, which also kind of was a sequel, but not really. They were working on it. It's a whole thing called The Ballad of Walter Day, Arcade and Love Songs, which follows the story of Walter Day, the godfather of esports, and is the reason why we have competitive sports in the way that it is now. I know last week I said, hey, you know what? I am kind of coming around on it. Today, very specifically, Joey, from the bottom of my heart, I want you to know, fuck you, Billy Mitchell, you piece of shit, you cocksucking whore.
That's fair.
Fuck you.
Yeah, what about Walter Day, though?
Oh, see, I feel bad for that dude. I love that dude.
Yeah, Walter Day is good.
Walter Day is a good dude, although he's not painted well.
Not in that first one.
In the first movie, as he should have been. Anyway, that being said, if you want to get in contact with us, you, of course, email us, comicbookrundown@gmail.com. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and, of course, hit that hype button. The hype button gets us out better than anything else. Share it with your friends. All you have to do is click the share link. Hit the share link if you're watching this on your mobiles. Okay, hit the share. If you hit the share link, it helps us. You just got to copy paste it. You don't have to send it to anybody, but just doing that super helps us. And of course, you can find Ron at Ron at Good at This Game. It's flipped in the camera.
I know.
You can find Ron at Good at This Game. You can find his art at Good Art This Game, and you can own his art on a T-shirt from our TeePublic store, which you can find down below. Of course, you can find Joey Comic Book Rundown on all socials.
Yes, sir.
Recommendations this week, boys.
So last night, after I finished watching Clue, when Alfie and I were at PopCon, we picked up these little miniatures that this girl had made for tabletop role-playing games. And last night, I made us characters based on the little character descriptions that she gave us for Pathfinder 2e, so that we can play a campaign as these two little mushroom characters. And I want to give a shout out to the girl that made them. So it's Misfits and Mystics. It's a she does like little miniature figurines and stuff like that, and it's really cool. But it's on Instagram. You can find her on there, and she's got some pretty cool stuff up there.
She resin casting?
Are those made out of glass? Those little mushrooms, or is it resin?
Oh yeah, those things. Yes.
Oh, it's polymer clay, but it's like.
So she's like one-on-oneing these things?
Yeah.
Holy shit! All right, props to her.
Hey, Alfie, real quick, will you hand me one of those?
They got little butts on them.
Yeah, they do have butts on them.
Hell yeah.
And Alfie had to pick one with the best butt because she does, in fact, have the best butt. So,
shouts out.
Objectively.
Objectified.
Subjective. Wait, subjective. Sorry.
No, I think objectifying
Joey,
is right, Joey.
No. I said it wrong. Sorry, I said that wrong. My bad.
But like,
it's really cool.
Oh shit, that's dope as hell. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's this little
doing one-on-ones is like fucking crazy. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's like, and they're super adorable, and they're very well crafted. And an E2 Mushroom Kingdom style like game would be fun, like based on like kind of like Root or something. That'd be cool. So she has character sheets in there for 5e for them.
Oh, okay.
But we play Pathfinder 2nd edition,
right?
So like I was converting stuff over to that, and it's pretty fun. Like they're pretty awesome little things.
Nice. Joey, recommendation?
So I got a manga here. It's called Only I Know the World is Ending, and getting killed by rampaging beasts only makes me stronger. So it's
that's the whole title?
That's the whole title. Manga, apparently they can't do small titles anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. No, that's because they had so many titles that were carrying over to other things that they had to be like, okay, I have to make this title completely different.
Basically.
So what is the entire plot of the story? And that's the title.
Kind of, yeah. So this guy, Ichoji, I think is how you say his name. Anyway, Akira
isn't Ichijoji a character from Digimon?
That's a different guy. Akira Ichijoji. He's just a common regular worker. He wakes up from a dream. He's kind of confused. He goes out to leave, goes to home, gets killed by a minotaur. And then he wakes up back at his desk and he's like, what the fuck just happened? And he leaves again, gets killed by a minotaur again. And then he realizes that he is living in like a basically isekai world. These monsters are coming over, killing everybody. And every time he dies, he gets stronger. Like his strength, endurance starts he basically is living in like a video game world. And I just started it. It's kind of fun, kind of cool. I'm not going to equate it to like a Dungeon Crawler Carl-esque, but there are some elements to it because he gets stats every time he dies. Like he decided to not leave his office that day. And so he slept there, and like next morning he looks out in the world, and the world is just devastated by monsters, and he's freaking out, and he ends up killing this horde or this goblin that he dives to, but he gains the club that the goblin had, and he gains some other stats, and then he restarts the world again. So like it's a fun little book. It's a fun little thing. So something else to do.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. My recommendation this week: support your independent whatever. Support your independent artists, authors. Support anybody who's putting out their work themselves. Support anything, even if you don't think it's well flushed out. It is still more important to support independent creators and designers and whatever of games, books, music, you name it. It is objectively better than constantly pumping in money to large billion-dollar companies that don't give a shit about you. They just want your bottom dollar, and even then, they don't care about your bottom dollar anymore because they are making deals with very questionable governments and everything else. And support it. Sorry about that. And things of that way as well. So support. My suggestion is going to be a miniature game called Wild in the Streets. Think of it as like you are gangs. Like this one is all roller derby. They're all roller derby miniatures.
Nice.
So the gang is an all-female roller derby team, and then I have the metal band team all painted up because I'm going to travel 3 hours to go hang out with friends and play Wild in the Streets. And I was reading over the rules, and the rules are really fucking cool. And guess what? They're also not really fleshed out. So I'm trying to figure out things that are just like that don't make any sense. But you know what? Who cares? Because it's fun, and you can put your own creativity within independent things as well. Also, on top of that, don't have to fucking do whatever you like, whatever the fucking man is telling you to do. Fill in the blanks, do it yourself. Independent DIY. Independent fucking DIY punk shit is the coolest shit in the world. So just allow yourself to experience that and stop letting things control your mind and what you have to do. That would be my suggestion to you. And support independent artists.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Joey, next week, what are we watching?
Our next movie.
Reminder, buddy, that you are getting pretty close to some strikes here, man. You should have gotten a strike for Inspector Gadget 2, but I was so angry that I literally couldn't give it to you. That's how bad it was.
We weren't sure you were going to show up for Inspector Gadget 2.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to show up for Inspector Gadget 2.
I figured that I got that strike back from Clue, but okay.
Nope, don't work that way, buddy. Not today.
Actually, it was over a 7.
Yeah, but it's my rules. It's my game. So.
Oh, so it's Clue. Okay. We're going back to some Mobile Suit Gundam. We're going to be watching Mobile Suit Gundam 2.
Oh, you're looking for another strike. Okay.
Okay.
Shut up. Yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam 2,
2.
Soldiers of Sorrow. I'll send the link to the YouTube in the group chat for us. Yeah, so hopefully this is a little bit better than the second one. Maybe we're going to get
Mobile
some stuff
Suit Gundam
fleshed
2
out.
Electric Boogaloo, is that what you said?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tracks. But yeah, so
all right.
Continue on with that. Then obviously next month we'll get the last part. But yeah, that's what we got coming.
All right.
Should be fun, I think.
I mean, you're playing pretty fast and loose with the word fun here. Joe.
Look, I said should be. I didn't say
hey, he also didn't give us veto power last week, so
that's true.
You're not wrong.
Although there is something really annoying about the idea of vetoing a movie that's
just
a 3-part
just the
series.
second one, and then we watched the third one.
You know what? You guys can. That's fine. Veto this one. We'll watch the third one.
I'll be honest. That's pretty on brand for us. So. All right.